Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up? And today I'm gonna be talking about the books that I will never read. So about a week or so ago, Sam from A Reader's World made a video like this, and I watched it, and I loved it so much, and I was just inspired to make one like it, and I was just like, I want to make a video like this, and she was just like, I would love to see you make one. So that's what I'm doing today! There are a lot of books that I plan on not reading, but there are also a lot of books that I do plan on reading. But the books I'm gonna be mentioning today, I ain't gonna be reading. I'm never ever ever gonna read these books ever. Sorry. Before I get started, let me just say that these are my opinions. I just don't want to read these books, and I know some of these books or series are going to be some of your favorite series of all time, but I just don't want to read them. That's just me. I'm sorry that I'm never gonna read your favorite book or series, but I just don't want to read it, so these are just my own opinions, so please don't hate on me in the comments. Now, let's get started! So the first series I'm going to talk about, might as well get this one over with, and it is Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. Now I know, Twilight is one of the biggest series of all time, it is such a huge part of our culture, but I'm just not interested in reading the books. I have mentioned this plenty of times on my channel before, but I am just not interested in books where they have werewolves or vampires. Werewolves and vampires just don't interest me at all. I don't know, I just don't see what's so great about them. I don't even like movies or TV shows about them. I will say I have seen all the Twilight movies. Last year for my friend's birthday, we watched them all one night because we wanted to make fun of them. And I'm sorry to say this, but those movies are so bad. And they're so bad, they're funny. So I mean, yeah, I've seen them, but that's just because I want to make fun of them. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just never going to be a Twihard fan. I'm not. No. I'm never gonna be one. So I'm sorry, but I'm just never gonna read Twilight. The next book I want to talk about is 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. Never in my life will I go near this book or touch it or read a sentence from it or anything. I am never gonna read this book ever. No. Just no. I seriously don't understand how this book was published. And you know what makes it worse? Not only one of these were published, but it's a trilogy. There are 3 books dealing with this, and just why? And I know sometimes people are like, oh, there's actually a real story to it. Anastasia and Christian have this really good love story, but do they really? Because, every time I saw a trailer for the movie last year, it was pretty much them just having sex. And speaking of Twilight, the author E.L. James was this huge fan of Twilight, and so 50 Shades of Grey is supposed to be a Twilight fanfiction just with new characters and no vampires. And just, she's crazy, the book's crazy, and just thinking about it is making me cringe. The next series I want to talk about is the Pretty Little Liars series by Sarah Shepard. Now, fun little story. I actually have read a Sarah Shepard book, The Perfectionist, by her, which is the first book in her duology, and I actually really liked this book, and I hope to read the sequel. Maybe. I really don't remember anything from this book. But just because I liked The Perfectionist doesn't mean I want to read Pretty Little Liars, especially since that series is 20 books. I'm not even interested in the TV show. I saw one episode last year with my friend because I was forced to watch it because she's a huge Pretty Little Liars fan, and I have never been so confused in my life. And I get confused over a lot of things easily, but Pretty Little Liars is just messed up. I'm just never gonna jump on the Pretty Little Liars bandwagon, whether it's the books or the TV show. You will never see me pick up one of the books or start watching the TV show. The next series I want to talk about is the Shiver series by Maggie Steffeter. Now, I've been marathoning Maggie's other series, the Raven Cycle series, and I really like those books a lot. But just because I like those books doesn't mean I want to read her other books. The Shiver series is about a girl who falls in love with a werewolf, I'm pretty sure. I know there's werewolves in those books, and no, I'm not interested in it at all. Something that I really like about the Raven Cycle series is that it's something I've never read before. It's about like dreams and Welsh mythology and Glendower, and I'm learning so much from these books. But if I read Shiver, it's just gonna be like everything else, you know, girl, werewolf fall in love, you know, that can't be happening. I just don't want to read it, okay? I really don't. Like, if it wasn't about werewolves, then I probably would read it, but it is, and nope. The next series I want to talk about is the Maze Runner trilogy by James Dashner. Now, I know that a lot of people have problems with this series, so that's why I really don't want to read it, because a lot of people have said bad things about it, and plus I've seen the first 2 movies, and I really like the movies, so what's the point of reading the books when I've seen the movies? And the movies are really good. I've really enjoyed them, and it's just really interesting to go see those movies and not know what's going to happen because I haven't read the books. And I don't want to read the books because I don't want to know what happens. I just want to wait until the next movie comes out. I just think if I read The Maze Runner, it wouldn't be as exciting as movie Maze Runner because movie Maze Runner is so intense. But then, I don't know, I just think The Maze Runner as a book doesn't sound as intense. The next book I plan on never reading is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm just gonna get to the point and say this book just doesn't interest me at all. Like, I really don't see what's so great about The Hobbit, and I know there's The Hobbit movies, and I'm not even interested in seeing those, so I'm just never gonna read the book or watch the films. Speaking of The Hobbit, the next series I want to talk about is the Lord of the Rings series by J.R.R. Tolkien. Same with The Hobbit. I'm not interested in reading these books, and plus, these books are ginormous. And you know, I hate peer pressure. Like, that's why I don't do those GOODREADS challenges, because peer pressure, I can't stand it. I just have no interest in this world with Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Just not interested. The next series I want to talk about is the Ugly series by Scott Westerfield. I seriously don't understand this series at all. Like, it's about people who are like ugly, and then there's like the pretties and the specials. Like, it is so confusing, and just, I'm never gonna read them. It just doesn't sound interesting at all. Like, just looking at it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this sounds terrible. The next series I plan on never reading is Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. So a few months ago, I made this video called Series I Have Never Read Yet, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned Vampire Academy in it, but now here I am a few months later, and I plan on never reading it. Like I said earlier, vampires just don't interest me, and just, I don't want to put myself through reading these books about vampires because I feel like that just sounds terrible. I don't want to do that to myself, so I'm not going to read the books. And for my last thing, this is actually an author, and the author is Nicholas Sparks. I have no interest in reading his books, and I have a really good friend who loves his books, and that's like the only thing she reads, and I'm just like, I'm not interested in his books. Now, I do like his movies. The movies are pretty good. My favorite one's probably Safe Haven. That one's really fun. But the books, no. And even with the movies, I could tell that they're all the same. Like, it's boy, girl, meet, fall in love, and then something really tragic happens at the end. And it's sad. It's like a modern day Romeo and Juliet. I'm sorry, all Nicholas Sparks fans, but I'm just never gonna read his books. I'm just never going to, but I will go see his movies. I didn't see the one that came out in February, though. The Choice? Yeah, that one didn't interest me. But those are the books and series I'm never gonna read. I have plenty of more, but you know, if I said all of them, we would be here for a really long time. So that, my friends, that's gonna be it for this video today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to watch more videos about me talking about books and movies and TV shows and all that glorious fangirl stuff, you can click the subscribe button down below. I'm Courtney, and I'll see y'all next time with a new video up soon, so I will see you then, so goodbye! Yo! Ugh. There's always something in my eye. The next blah 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 blah.